What's up, y'all? Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day out here inside the cargo trailer. I got a little bit of an update for y'all. Good news and bad news, okay? I know it's been a little bit since I posted a video, but that's because I've been hard at work, grinding, getting things prepped and ready to go. Hit the road, start this full-time lifestyle that we've been working for so hard for the last 14, 15 months at this point, okay? So, last week, we had the opportunity to finally bring the trailer out of the yard and take it on its very first trip. And I'd say overall, the trip went absolutely fantastic. Things were great. However, there were, of course, some things I had to work through before we could even get to that point. Just to kind of summarize it and everything, pulled the trailer out the yard, took it for a test spin around the block because this is the very first time I've driven this trailer connected with our truck ever, and just wanted to verify everything that it was good and working. Upon doing that, I quickly noticed that the trailer didn't have any brakes. The brakes on the trailer were not working. I tried and manually override the electronic brakes in the cab of the truck. Nothing was happening. It just wasn't working. So then I had to park the trailer in front of somebody's house, and it sat there for like 2 or 3 days until I was finally able to isolate and fix the problem. Ended up being two problems. One, there was the brake control module inside the truck, which is a very common failing point in that truck that we have. That was bad, I had to replace that. And then there was also a problem on the trailer side. So one of the wires was bad. Long story short, the ground wire on my back axle was bad. So it was causing a connectivity problem to the truck, and when you try and connect it, it wouldn't register the trailer being connected to the truck because the trailer's brakes weren't giving the proper resistance reading that the truck was expecting to know that a trailer was connected, and blah blah blah, whole bunch of crap. Long story short though, got that problem fixed. Brakes worked, controller worked in the truck. Yes, everything was smooth from there. After that, we prepped it up and got it ready for our first trip. We finally took it out to Buena Vista, Colorado, and overall, again, the trip was absolutely amazing. We had some hiccups when we first got there, had some stuff that I'll talk about in my next video. I recorded some stuff from that trip, some drone shots and all kind of stuff. I plan on making a video to it, and I'll upload it here, but I'm just not there yet. I got to continue to work on it. But overall, the trip went great. Now, the purpose of that trip and why we stayed relatively local to where we're at now was because I already knew things were going to go bad. I already knew we were going to have a lot of lessons learned along the way. I already knew that I'd want to change some things around and all that kind of stuff. So it was an opportunity for us to get the trailer out for 7 days, live in it, experience it, and then take notes and everything, come back home, and then do the work to fix the things before we can full-time hit the road and get out of here. And that, there were a lot of lessons learned along the way. So I got a whole list of things here that I gotta fix on the trailer and change and update, blah, blah. But most of those things are pretty small. They're like just little comfort things or things that just need to be tweaked around a little bit to make it work better. However, there's one big thing. There's one thing that is pretty big. It's a lot of work that's gonna have to get done on my part, but it's okay. You know, I gotta get it done in order for us to hit the road and get to what we want to do. So I'm just gonna buckle down and get it done. That big problem that we had is the fresh water tank. So currently the fresh water tank is mounted underneath the trailer towards the front-ish of the trailer. Okay, there's two problems with that. One, it hangs a little lower below the trailer than I wanted it to. I mean, well, yes and no. So it hangs where I predicted it to, and that's fine. However, the variable that I did not think about was when the trailer, let's say this is my trailer, is connected to my truck. So this is the front of the trailer, rear of the truck. When this is connected and we're driving and we come across like a dip, or like we're trying to enter or exit a gas station or something like that, or there's like a gutter, that truck front end dips and then that back end dips, and what that really does is it lowers this trailer from being straight to now being slanted. So that water tank that was underneath it is now a lot closer to the floor. So what that means is We can drag, we can hit, we can scrape, we can bust out that fresh water tank if we take the wrong dip. And I had a taste of that on that very first day when I pulled the trailer out. That was another one of the problems that I noticed. We turned into my alley, which is, it's kind of deep, you know, it's kind of a steep little thing you gotta do, but it scraped and it bent it up. And I was like, damn, okay. So ever since then, I was super paranoid about it. Every time we took a dip and everything, I was going real slow, making sure we wasn't going to scrape. During our trip, we had no problems. We went off-road. It was some BLM land we stayed on. We had to go down like a mile of dirt, pothole stuff, and it worked. It was fine. It didn't have any problems, didn't scrape, didn't have nothing. It was all right. But in the back of my head, I was still thinking like, I know this is about to scrape. I know once I just hit that wrong angle dip, it's just going to catch and it's going to be bad, okay? So that's the first problem, and I don't like that, so I gotta change that, right? So the second thing is the weight that it adds to the tongue of the trailer. So currently, with our trailer loaded up, ready to go camping and everything, the tongue of the trailer, with no water in the fresh tank, no water in the gray tank, it's about 1,200 pounds from the tongue of the trailer getting pressed down on my hitch, on the rear of my truck, where the hitch and the trailer join. There's 1,200 pounds that is getting pushed down right there. Now, my hitch on my truck is rated at 1,500 pounds. That's like the maximum safe capacity that they say, okay? Now, when we filled that water tank up 3/4 of the way full, which is about 600 pounds of water in that tank, it added another 300 pounds to that tongue. So at that point, with the tank 3/4 full, we was at our max capacity of 1,500 pounds on that hitch, okay? So I didn't want to go over that, of course. So we just kept it at 3/4 full, and we made that work for our trip. We didn't need a full tank. It was all good. It all worked. But we are still at the capacity. Like 1,500 pounds is like what it's rated for, and I'm not very comfortable with having 1,500 pounds on that hitch. Because I know when you're driving, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of up and down motion that's happening with the trailer and the tongue and everything. So that weight that was 1,500 pounds maybe getting tossed up a little bit and then getting tossed back down. So what was 1,500 pounds can easily, you know, go past that from the momentum of the weight and everything. So that's the second concern that I have with the water tank being where it's at. It just adds a little too much weight to the tongue of the trailer for my comfort. Now, technically, could I leave everything as it is and will it work? Probably, okay? As long as I don't hit the wrong super steep dip and mess that water tank up, or as long as I don't fill that water tank up 100% and add too much weight to the tongue of the truck, it probably will be all right, probably. But this is my first time doing all this stuff, and I'm overly like paranoid about a lot of things, so I'm gonna change that up, okay? Instead of putting it underneath the trailer where it currently is at, I'm resorting back to my original idea, which was to put it inside the trailer, underneath our bed, where our couch is at right now, and our 2 pull-out drawers underneath the bed. That was originally the idea, but then I was thinking, you know, weight distribution towards the rear, behind the axle, 800 pounds seems like a lot of weight. I don't want to have to worry about sway and all that kind of problem. So I changed it up and we went underneath the trailer. But now I'm gonna change it up and go back to inside. So what that means is the couch that I built in here with the fold up bed to access the couch and the pull out drawers underneath it and all that kind of jazz, I'm gonna have to rip it out, totally just dismantle it and get it out of here, because I'm going to instead put that fresh water tank right where that was at. Yeah, that's gonna have to get done. And that's because also during our trip, when we took that trip, not once did we even use that couch while we were out. Like, we didn't not once hang out and be like, hey, let's pop this up and sit on the couch and watch TV or whatever, yada yada. If you want to hang out, you just hop up on the bed, sit down or lay down, or grab an office chair right here and kick it like that. So we didn't really use it, and sure, that was only 1 week of giving it you know, a possibility to be used, but all things considered, we're comfortable with sacrificing the couch and those drawers for now to alleviate this fresh water situation, because of course safety on the road is the absolute priority, because I put a lot of time and effort. I would hate to have anything happen to this and have a problem with all that kind of stuff. So that's what I gotta do, and that's gonna be a lot of work, I already know, and I still gotta kind of make sure that it's gonna work, because I got electrical wires ran to the freshwater tank for the gauge to tell you how full it is, and you know, the water connections and fill connections and all that kind of stuff. I gotta work all that stuff out. But that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I need to do to the trailer now to get us back on the road, comfortable, full-time living, and we can leave the house and get out of here and do our thing, okay? So it's gonna be some work and whatnot, but I'll get it done. As long as it can happen, I'll figure out a way to make it happen, and it'll be straight. Aside from all that though, the trailer experience was absolutely fantastic when we was out there with some BLM land. And like I said, I am gonna put a little video together about our experience and show that. I got some cool drone shots and all that kind of stuff. So that will come. It's just, you know, a balance of working, fixing things that we can fix, and then finding time to edit and blah, blah, that kind of crap. So, yeah, that's just an update. I'm excited to get it all done, because the sooner I get all this stuff done, the sooner we can officially take off, hit the road, and not have to come back to the house and do all this kind of jazz. Just want to be on the road, start living my life, and stop working every damn day. I'm tired of this. But yeah, y'all, so that's the update, and look out for a video coming soonish. You know, like I said, I don't know when, but it'll be here in a little bit. So appreciate y'all keeping up with the journey. And I know I've said this in a past video, but if you want to keep up with the day-to-day stuff, I have an Instagram, Whoiskyran. It's the exact same name as this YouTube channel. I post all kind of updates on there and what's going on and stuff like that. So check that out if you're interested. And if you're not subscribed, like what are you doing? Like, why not? Like, hit that little subscribe button. You can check out the videos. There's gonna be adventures coming. It's gonna be fun stuff. I am pretty passionate and interested about a lot of things that I'm doing, and I'm excited about it all. So hit that subscribe. Stick around for the next video. You won't be let down, hopefully. But that's all for today, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next update. So for now, peace out.